Tuesday, the 21st of March. Can you believe that? Yes, we're racing at Zwartkops. It's Human Rights Day, and we've had an absolute blast so far here at the Extreme Festival, round number 1. Action on track now from the Comsol Volkswagen Challenge, and man, are we going to see some big action in this category this season. The return of Ian Pepper has got a lot of the Class A competitors concerned. And well, they should be. We know what Ian Pepper's response is like on a circuit, and he definitely has a reputation for rubbing it with the best in the country. He's going to be pushing hard to try and catch James Hurley, Valdi Monkeys, and of course all the usual contenders in Class A, including Stian Kriel, who'll be looking to take another victory. We're on board here with Wouter Roos as we go for the start of Classes A and C race number 1, and Wouter getting an exceptional start going alongside the 47 car there of Robert Neal. And it'll probably just get away. In the background, a couple of cars running wide and onto the circuit back again. So slowly but surely, they've got to sort things out as they come down. Majority of the cars now are all polos. There are a couple of Golf 1s and 2s in there as we go on board, heading through turn number 3 on board with Kraus. The Delway Polo doing a great job and sitting currently in about the 5 and 6 spot as Kriel is under massive pressure from Harry Potter. Hurley applying the pressure early on and trying to get Stian Kriel to make a mistake. The front end of C, it's all about Wouter. Simon Levine side by side and trying to find a way through for second place. Whoa! Sideways action, new man to the circuit. And it looks like Almara Van Eck got it all wrong through turn 4. Well, it's Stian Kriel who leads out at the moment. James Hurley in second and Pepper closing down on them. And I think Hurley will be more concerned and probably have to worry more about the fact that Pepper has just put in one of the fastest laps we've ever seen out of a Comsol Class A car. He comes hard onto the brakes, and there's Hurley trying to get up ahead. The starter pack car trying to find a way through on that N4 Autocraft machine of Stian Kriel. Kriel having to go double time and have to defend dramatically into the final turn. He was able to keep it all right, and he hangs on to the lead for now. Harry Potter looks in his rearview mirror. He can see Pepper coming. Valdi Monkeys not too far behind them. Super start there from Gavin Ross. A Zoe panel beaters and Norbrake car in 5th. And then just behind them, it's Delon Thompson doing a great job for the first time out in Class A. The Carter coming up and showing the boys what it takes. Wouter Roos has not been bettered. Oh, and once again, it's the police car of... No, this time it's Van Heerden. Renault Van Heerden getting out of shape. So 2 of our rookies showing us that it's not easy to get to grips with polo racing, particularly here in this very competitive Comsol category. Hello, Ian Pepper. Welcome back and welcome on board here with him as he goes side by side, rubbing his racing, uses one of the back markers to block the ex-champion, and that's how you do it. Multiple champions showing James Hurley how to get around back markers and use them to your advantage. Well, we've only got the checkered flag to come out, and once again it's Stian Kriel. I don't think Kriel saw that checkered flag, to be honest. He was so tucked in behind one of the back markers, he may have to do another lap. Great drive here from Wouter Roos and a super effort there from the Strata and Nathan's Motorsport Polo to take race 1 victory in Class C for the Comsol Volkswagen Challenge. Having a look at the results there, it is Stian Kriel from Pepper and James Hurley, Valdi Monkeys and Delon Thompson, a great effort for his first time out, beating Gavin Ross, Wayne Kraus and Sean Neal. In Class C, Roos took it from Atkinson, who's now moved down to Class C in the Posse Drive Volkswagen Polo, Sean Kraus in 3rd and Levine in 4th. We caught up with Pepper after his welcome return to Comsol.
Well, a little bit rusty. I really enjoyed that. It was a good dice. I eventually caught the 2 in the front after they started fighting. I think they got about 2/10 on me a lap, but we managed to get there. And I think I just showed James that what I've told him a long time, what I've forgotten, he's still got to learn. So, yeah, it was good fun. Nice to be back since 2009. And
one of our ex-champions now in Class C and getting 2nd place, RORY Atkinson.
For me, obviously coming from a higher grip car, but I'm enjoying it. Lovely bunch of guys, and thank you for Posse Drive for getting me in the seat, and also congrats to the other competitors. They all drove very well.
Let's get it started now for Posse Drive on the front end, this time in the hands of Nick Clark, your overall champion from last year. And he has got a wily competitor on his inside there in the Munro Polo. Lyle Ramsay looking to take on the champion as they head down towards turn 2. Nick Clark's got the inside line. Have a look at Woody coming on the inside. The Laserfish car looking for a way to get through there. The Lizavert Polo just behind them there of Leon Oudendal in the mix, and one of the only other cars as opposed to the normal polos that we're seeing out of everybody else. There you can see Lesavert on the left-hand side of Stewie Mack. Stewie Mack doing a great job in the Autobahn Polo and trying to fend off the attack right from the word go there from Oudendal as they come side by side for turn 4. They're going to stay side by side for turn 4, and he has to tuck in just behind and find a way through a little bit later on. Brad Pitt Hall in the Hillerman Titan car just ahead and hard on the brakes here as we go on board with Lyle Ramsay. Oh, what a move! Woody just snuck through there and found a way to get up into second place. Can he hang on to it? He's got the outside line through Kenwood, but he'll have the inside line for Mix FM, and I think he's going to be able to just make that move stick. Great driving from Adrian Wood. He gets through into second place and now looks to close down on Nick Clark, but Clark is getting away from these two boys. Just behind them in the Tron car is hard charging Quinton Needham, Jacques Smith in the Hydro Arc car, and Andre Kalitz in the AC Group and full blast hydraulics machine. A little bit of smoke out of that car, that could be a concern later. But Laserfish has got no issues whatsoever. Adrian Wood trying to get away from Ramsay. There you can see the smoke once again coming out of Kalitz's car. That's a big concern for me. Whether or not he's going to be able to finish this race, we'll have to wait and see. Second battle on track, and you can see them starting to sort things out there. Brad Hall seems to have a bit of a problem. Stewie Mack is sitting in second place at the moment, just behind Joachim in the Cool Freeze car. We're on board with Mack. Trying to close down there. That is Leon Udendal up front there. Great ride there from Leon. He's doing a super job to get away and trying to hang on here. But he's also got to try and catch Luan Ruiz, who's a bit further up the road than what he'd like him to be. There goes Joachim, the Cool Freeze machine, sneaking through on the Autobahn car of Mack. Behind them, it is all about Holiday Jr. Look at Mack looking on the rearview mirrors, worried about the fact that Holiday Jr. could potentially get him on the brakes here into turn 5, Sassel Corner. Great gear changes there. Oh, he's lost out. There you go. On the inside and sneaking through there is Holiday Jr. And Stewie Mack being demoted slightly further down the pack and just inside the top 10 in 9th. Hard on the brakes. Ramsay returns the favor on Adrian Wood. Good driving from these two youngsters. Unfortunately, exactly what I thought might happen there. Andre Kalitz's smoking gun has lost out. Lindsay Kleur also with a bit of smoke coming off the front end there under braking. And Nick Clark, no worries whatsoever. Literally flag to flag, and Checkers is out for him. In the Posse Drive machine, he takes a win for the new sponsor and heads up Lyle Ramsay in the Munro Racing Polo ahead of the Laserfish Polo of Adrian Wood, Needham in the Tron Polo, and Luan Ruiz for Nathan's Motorsport. We caught up with Nick Clark after race 1.
First race of the season, it's a very good start. Thanks to Posse Drive, our new sponsor, we made everything happen the correct way. Got pole in qualifying. We came through very nicely in the first race, and yeah, we've got the edge, eh?
Let's see whether or not that edge can be held on for race number 2 now. Stian Creel looking for the elusive double on the day, but with Ian Pepper, James Hurley and Mikey's involved in the front end battle, it's going to be a hard task. And Pepper's on pole. And he gets a good start as well, but it looks like the inside line, as always, I don't know how that happens. The outside line is where you go in on the race line, and it looks like that inside line with a little bit of dirt on it just seems to have a little bit of extra grip. Not enough, though, to keep Levine from getting sideways. Simon Levine got it all out of shape coming out of turn number 1 there, but eventually ended back on track and eventually looking to go on the inside and use the curbs as well. Whoa, that was awesome stuff. As we go through turn 3 here, on board with Voldy Mikey's. Neil on his inside, the Dalman Mining and Silver's Polo looking for a way through. Can he squeeze him? Looks like Pepper's under a bit of a pressure. Looks like a little bit of returning of the favour coming from Harry Potter. I mentioned it on the day, but I can tell you something, James Hurley, I think you might have found your Voldemort here in the form of Ian Pepper. The Harry Potter magic's going to have to come in, and 2 wheels into Sassel Corner. Well, Pepper's used to racing on 2 wheels. He's been doing that for a while now for the Husqvarna team on the off-roads, but now back into polos and having an absolute blast. The master is showing the youngsters the way to do things in polos. Campos Transport Polo hanging on for dear life, and he forces James Hurley the long way around turn number 8, G&H Transport Corner. Hurley comes on the inside, tries to come back at him, cuts across him. Wow! That could have ended up in tears. Can you handle that? Wow, James Hurley, you don't want to be doing that to Ian Pepper. Pepper will just keep his foot buried and you will end up probably on your roof, bud. That's what it's all about. Great racing between these two. Pepper this time around the outside, having to do the long way around. Can he keep it all together there? Oh, Battle for C is up and at the front end, and it looks like the Posse Drive car of Atkinson has got through. I don't think Wouter Roos is going to be able to close in on him, and eventually it looks like he's sitting down in 3rd place. Roos will have to work hard if he wants the overall, because he's got to try and catch Sean Kraus as well in the Ancro Building Projects Polo. A bit further back, you can see the back end of this field. Reina van Heerden, Almira van Eck, and unfortunately not running the way they'd like to, but I'm sure they're going to get better and better as they get in touch with what happens here in Comsol Volkswagen Challenge. Delon Thompson into pit lane there. He's out of this one. A little bit of smoke to come through. I wonder if he's going to see it this time. Stian Creel didn't see it in the first one. He's definitely seen the checkered flag for the second one and takes the victory in Class A. And it looks like the same thing's going to happen here. A super turnaround for the Posse Drive Polo of our ex-champion, Rory Atkinson. So having a look at Class A, Stian Creel, Pepper and Hurley ahead of Voldy Mikey's Wayne Kraus. A good drive from Wayne Masters, Sean Neal in 7th and Gavin Ross eventually down in 8th place. In the C's, it was Atkinson from Sean Kraus, Voterus in third place with Levine, Christel, Savage, Van Heerden and Van Eck, your top 8. We caught up with Stian after a fantastic double.
Got a bit of wheel spin off the line, but as we second gear, we managed to get the lead into turn 2, just bunched him up, and from there on, we pulled away. We did break a 4th gear synchro, which we had a bit of a slow pace from there, but we managed to keep it together and do the job.
Over to ZZ Kraus now in the Ancro Building Projects Polo.
Better, smooth on the brakes, smooth on the power. It's just by God's grace that we actually did the race and we finished it in 2nd place, so I'm happy with it. A great start to a great season.
We're looking forward to an incredible season from Class A and C, but now back to the Bs. Oh, Leon Roos with a bad start. Looks like he might have got in the way there. Oh, Lindsay Kleur comes across on Piet Potgieter. Definitely made his day with that new livery, but it looks like Lindsay Kleur and Gossman coming together and ending up on the dirty stuff. The rest of the field seemed to have got through there. Around the outside, Roos eventually gets going onto the back end of Stewie Mack, who we go on board with here, right behind Leon Udendal. Udendal trying to close in and look for another top 8 finish. It's certainly how well he went in the first one. Side by side for the leaders, but good to see Jacques Smith and Callitz back in the field and fighting hard now. Hopefully those two cars are going to go well this time, and they're right on each other's tail. Oh, under braking, and it's Ramsay under attack from Clark into Sassel. Eventually squeezing through there. Oh, and Adrian Wood's going around his outside. So Nick Clark went on the inside of Ramsay. Ramsay tried to shut the door and then looked on the left-hand side of the car. And here comes Adrian Wood. Wood under attack as well as Gossman eventually pulls to the sideline. Looks like his day is done. Oh, a little bit of exit and a little bit of a wide running there. I think that was the Tron car. Yes, it was. Not getting it right was Needham. He's fallen a bit further back than what he'd like, but he's got some work to do now. This man is just going to try and get away from the field now. That is at the front. Can he find a way through? Ramsay is going to come back at him, though. He's not going to make his day easy. Callitz on the left-hand side again. Oh, what a pity there. I can tell you something. Andre Callitz has really, really battled to get that car sorted out. It is an extremely well-prepared car, but unfortunately has not gone his way here today. The rest of the field streamed through there, and at the top of the hill, the Tron car has eventually got back on Jacques Smith. And it's Dion Holiday in that position right on his tail, looking for a top 5 overall. Clark doesn't seem to have any worries whatsoever. And I'm a bit concerned about the fact that he's that far ahead. Maybe he got a bit of a jump start. We'll have to wait and see. In second place, it's Lyle Ramsay. Adrian Wood in third. A comfortable gap there between the two of them. I think Ramsay might be able to hang on for this one. And then as they come down the braking, Luan Roos sneaking through on the inside of Undal. Elizabeth Polo trying to find a way through there. Scrappy's working hard, but he's going to be outgunned here. Looks like Roberto Joaquim going to go around the outside, and Stewie Mack is up for the fight as well. Unfortunately, it looks like another retirement there for the Hellerman Titan car of Brad Pitt Hall. And a great drive here for a victory. But unfortunately, that's how things go. A jump start for Nick Clark bumps him right out of the top 10. Ramsay gets the victory and dedicates it to his uncle. Adrian Wood comes through to second place and Needham in third. We caught up with Woody.
Started catching Lyle again towards the end. Unfortunately, the car then developed a misfire, so I was never going to get him with that. But we managed to make it work, and just once again, massive thank you to Laserfish, my sponsors Ben, Ricky, Sheldon. Without you guys, I wouldn't be here at all. And once again, thanks to Corner, Ash, and everyone for helping me get the car ready for race 2.